Alrighty, tonight we're going to make bakedziti, what I call poor man's bakedziti, and that's because, not because we're poor, because we're using up what we have. I have Italian seasonings, some polio ricotta cheese. That was used for another recipe, so there's probably about a little bit more, a skosh more than half a container there. You need some rigatoni or ziti pasta, some mozzarella, and some prego that I'm trying to use up, and 2 eggs. That's all you're going to need for this recipe. We're going to mix it up, and we're going to come out with something yummy. Okay, for Eric's bakedziti, because he can't have dairy, we have plant-based mozzarella back in the back. We have some rigatoni right there, some garden vegetable pasta sauce, tofu, some Italian seasonings, and a couple of eggs. And that's all he's going to need. Let's get cooking. Let's heat up those pots and pans. All right, I have Eric's pasta and our pasta in the same pot cooking. We're just going to cook them until they're a little firm al dente. We need some extra cooking time in the oven, but just cooking it as it is told to do so on the package. Step 2, warm up the sauce. I know that people add it with it cold to their pasta and whatnot because you're going to put it in the oven. But I'm here to tell you, for me, my opinion is that it goes on better. It mixes better. It spreads better. It goes farther when you just warm it up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to warm up our sauce for me and the kids, and then I'm going to warm up the sauce that I'm going to be using for Eric because he has food allergies. I'm doing that video at the same time. So warm up your sauce. I'm going to stop counting the steps now. We're just going to put it together. Okay, we're going to make the tofu bakedziti first because there's some things I have to do to this first before I can make the other one. I'm warming up the sauce on the side over there. Just get a spoon to stir it with because I don't want to pop it all over me. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drain out the tofu. I forgot to grab a cheesecloth while I was out. So we're just going to do it with a rag or maybe a paper towel. I'm not really sure. I'll decide as I go. See how it's working. Typically, I mix in a bowl. I usually do this over the sink. I'm going to do it over this bowl so I could show you what to look for, what you'll see, what happens. And Eric, he cannot have any dairy at all, loves this. You know, some do, some don't. Okay, so what we're going to do, oops, spilling the juice out. We're just going to drain it. I want a lot of that moisture out. Spilt it all over the counter. Okay. Spill that out. Okay. Now, either I'll use a paper towel or I use this rag here. That's what I'm going to try first. And it is clean. My counters are clean. My hands are clean. Everything's clean. I'm crazy lady, wash your hands clean. Okay, we don't need that too hot. We just need to heat it up so it thins out the sauce. It's a little bit thicker when you first get the sauce. So I'm going to try it with half of one first, because I may change tactics midstream here, because usually I have a cheesecloth. I'm trying to fake it till you make it kind of a thing here. I mean, there's really not much water left in it, but I want to make sure it's not in there. And usually I put it in the cheesecloth, and then you squeeze it. Squeeze out the liquid. It's into the bowl. So it's not too bad. Not too, oop, squirt on myself. I'm trying to make this like a ricotta consistency for the big ziti, because you don't want too much in there. Okay. All right, so I got that done. I'm going to put this over here in the pot. And then we're going to do the next one. I'm going to do a smaller one this time, though, because that was kind of hard on my hands. Okay. Put it in here. Twist and twist and twist until the water comes out. I don't know why you take the water out. Oop, ah, that was funny. Went shooting across the kitchen. I don't know if you saw it or not, but the water shot out. Okay. Got the majority of the water out of it. I don't want it completely bone dry. Throw a piece of fudge from a rag in it. Make sure it's not in there. Okay. I don't want anything getting in my food that doesn't belong in my food, you know? Much easier with cheesecloths. But we're here now, so there you go. Let me pour up this water. Okay. Try my hands. Okay, so this ricotta, what am I saying? This tofu, yeah, I'm losing my mind here. This tofu is going to be like the ricotta. That's how it's going to act for this recipe. All right, put that over there. Got to put my towel over my shoulder because Lord knows I can't cook without a towel over my shoulder. Okay. I need something to chop this stuff up with. Oh, we'll use these. Eric was so excited when he saw these new spoonula things because I love wood stock. And I found these at Ross or Marshall. I'm not really sure which one. When I came home with them, he's like, oh, I want one. Can I have the little one? So, not too bad. Ouch. He could have the little one. I'll use the big one. Okay, so I'm just going to chop it up. Break it up a little bit. Okay. Because we want to season this like we would if it was ricotta. Trying to crumble it up. Don't mind the hands, they're clean. You're not eating it. It's just so much easier. I want it crumbly. I don't want it too chunky, because then Eric won't eat it. I've heard that you can fry this and make like mozzarella sticks out of it. I'm curious. I bought some plantains today. I think it's not plantains, polenta. Plantains, that's a banana looking thing. I ate some of those yesterday at a 15-year-old's party. I don't know how to say what it is, but it is. Case, I don't know what it's called. Okay, so we're going to put in an egg or two. I have to check the consistency as I go. Okay, and we're going to add some seasoning to it as well. This is just Italian seasoning. Now, this is all to taste, how you would do if you were seasoning up some of your spaghetti sauce. Here's some basil. I think basil adds sweetness. I don't know. That's just that's my take on things. And then I have a little bit of the oregano because I like oregano. Oh, and I say there's a little bit. There's a little bit. I'll show you. Probably out of oregano too. This is all I saw in there. When I say there's a little bit, I mean a little bit. Just crush it up in my hand. Put that in there. All right. Mix that around. You might need an extra egg. Do it. Ugh. My kids put everything away somewhere where it doesn't belong always. I'm looking for my masher thing. All right, well, I can't find it. I'm not searching for it all day. See, this looks like it needs another egg to me. So that's what we'll do. We'll add another egg. Whoa. I was looking for one of those. Okay, now I'm going to use, instead of mozzarella, we're going to use the plant-based. Hope that's not too dark. Looks like it's too dark. After I pause, I'll brighten it up a bit. This is only 8 ounces. Can't get it open. Takes concentration or patience or something. I ain't got neither. Or vision. Because I sure can't see to open it. Hold on, somebody's beeping outside. Okay, I'm sorry. There was somebody in my driveway. Okay. So, we got the egg, and we're going to put some more mozzarella in here. I'm going to add a little bit of sauce to this to make it creamier and go a little bit farther. Eric loves this. He's never had it before. The last time I made it, he was just beside himself because he can't have dairy. And I've tried vegan this and vegan that, and it just wasn't good. And maybe it's because I'm trying to have it taste like regular dairy and not like a different food all in of itself. So, but that's what we're going to do. Now, for this, typically what I would do, and also same thing I'm going to do for my my baked ziti. Typically, I would put some sauce, put a layer, put the cheeses, another sauce, another layer. But since we are doing what I call poor man's, where we don't have enough ingredients, Eric did, but we didn't. But I'm going to do his just like ours. We're just going to mix it up in the bowl with the pasta and throw it in here and bake it. That's it. That's all you got to do. You got to mix this up. We're going to add some pasta and some sauce, and we're going to put it in there. I might layer a little bit of sauce on it in the beginning, or in the beginning and then at the end. But this is, ooh, there's a fly in here. Better not go near my food. It doesn't have long to live. It must have just came in when I went outside. Oh, I got to kill it. I don't really want to kill anything, but it knows better than to get in my food. Okay. Ah. You get a bigger bowl. Oh, that fly is really getting on my nerves. It's dive bombing my head over here. I'm going to use a bigger bowl because I want to put the pasta and sauce and stuff in here. And it's just not going to make it in that little bowl. I didn't even think about it, but now that I've thought about it, let's put this in the sink over here. That dang thing wants to come in here. Now, I cooked 2 boxes of pasta. I'm probably not likely going to use it all because I was making 2 dishes. But let me tell you, it freezes fine. So if I don't use it today, I can use it tomorrow in something else or the next day. Now, this big ziti is going to last. Eric is not going to be able to eat all this in one sitting. So we're either going to eat some today, freeze it, and have it another day, or we're going to eat it 2 days in a row. Either or, it doesn't matter to me. So, not exactly sure how I want to organize this. Let me get a ladle out. I know I have a ladle in one of these drawers. Well, I thought I had a ladle. Oh, I do. A little plastic one. That'll do. She'll do. She'll get her done. Probably for some takeout or something I had ordered. Get out of here. Oh, I have to pause for a minute and take care of that fly. Well, I think he saw the fly swatter and got out of Dodge. Because I tried to chase him, but he wasn't having it. Okay. So, we're going to throw the pasta in the bowl. And when I tell you, we're just going to mix it and put it in there. It's like there's nothing hard about this. Let's use this. Okay. Now, to this part is make it as saucy or not as saucy as you like. Now, you could just dump it all in there and just like this. I'm going to add a little bit more sauce to it because I just wanted this to get good and wet and mixed together. And then I'm going to put it in layers. I hope that this pan that I have is big enough. Oh, there's one way to find out, right? Oh, yeah, it's big enough. Okay. Here you go. One way to find out, right? Dump it in there. Okay. So, I'm going to put some sauce in the bottom. Because we don't want it... Oof, I'm making a mess. Oh, I say I'm a messy cook, right? Means it's going to be good. I smell the peppers in this garden pasta. Oh. All right, I'm just going to do a couple little layers just like that. Now, a lot of I have just mixed it in with a lot of sauce and put it in the oven like that when I've not had enough ingredients, because when you layer it, you use way more cheese and things like that. If you're just doing sauce, you know, pasta, ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, sauce, and then start over again, you use way more. This has peppers, not peppers, mushrooms and things like that in it. Looks good. I'm going to do 3 layers, if that even gives me a layer. If you can call these layers, because the only thing I'm doing in between is just adding just a tad bit more. This thing really needs more pasta. It'll be fine. Just want to add just a little bit in there. All right. This smells good, believe it or not. That garden, what is that? Garden combo. This Rinaldi, the garden combo. You can see the chunks of the peppers and mushrooms and stuff. You can smell it. All right, I'm going to put this in the oven on 350 when I'm done. And I bake it for about an hour. Oh, the fly is back. Oh, he's over here dive bombing me. He's not going to last long, guys. What you need to do, though, as I've always said, you need to, you're going to put foil on this. So what you need to do is spray down your foil with a little bit of vegetable spray or whatever kind of spray that you have, so that it doesn't stick. This is probably going to bubble over because I got it's a whole jar of sauce inside here, so it's going to be really saucy. It doesn't look like it's saucy now, but trust me. I can guarantee it. When it starts bubbling over in the pan, if I can remember, I'll show you. All right, that's that. I'll put a little bit of cheese on top. I'm going to spray it down, my foil down, and I'm going to put this on a pan so that if it decides it wants to bubble over, that we won't have a problem. But this isn't really very much. The ricotta cost me a couple, two something, so $3. This bag cost me $3, but we didn't even use the whole bag. We used half a bag. And the spaghetti, all right, let's add this up. The spaghetti sauce was $1. I think it was like $1.09 or something like that. We're just going to call it $1. 82 cents for the pasta. We'll call that $1. $3.99 or $2.99, $3 for this. So we used half of it, so $1.50. And then the tofu was $3. So $3, $4.50, $5, $6. He's got this. You can't get that anywhere. And you can get one serving maybe of a kid-sized lunch meal, but you can't get that for this. So I'm gonna pause for a moment. I'm gonna spray down some foil and put this in the oven, and I'll be back. Okay. All right, let me backtrack because nobody was with me. This is our ricotta. This is 32 ounces. It was not quite halfway. It was 3/4 of the way full. I used it for making calzones. We used maybe a tablespoon or two in something else. I can't remember. But so we really don't have a whole lot of ricotta. But what we do have is sauce and some additional cheeses that we can mix in and stretch this. I have a lot of pasta boiled over here because I had to make Eric's and ours. I didn't want to come up short. So what I'll do with this when I'm done, if we have extras, which I'm sure we will, I'll freeze it and use it in another meal. Okay. I sat my eggs in some water because my refrigerator got really cold, and sometimes it even freezes stuff. It's a small refrigerator, and if you get too much in there or too much in the freezer, it ends up freezing things. I can't stand that refrigerator, but it's what I bought. I'm going to have to live with it until I need a new one. Until it dies. I just don't push anything all the way to the back of my refrigerator. All right. So this is going to be real creamy because we're adding the egg. And then we're going to add the pasta. We're going to add the, I might have to mix the pasta in this in another, like maybe in a small silver pan or something like that, because I don't think it's all going to fit in this bowl. I'm out of my oregano. I used it in Eric's. Oh, I got a dusting left. But I do have Italian seasoning, so it's got oregano in it. And this is all to your taste and your preference. Like you would season spaghetti sauce. It's just basil. I love basil. To me, it's adds a kind of a sweetness. I don't even know if that's what I would say, but something like that to me. Counter was still wet right there. See? You can see the seasoning in it. That's how you know you got it right. I can see it in there. All right. Bought this on sale today. The 1 pound bag. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it was on sale. They were, I guess the date on this might be something, because there were a bunch that were in the free, like a center thing that were much less than the actual other ones that looked exactly like this. No, February 11th. Maybe the other ones just didn't have the sale price on it. Oh well, I didn't care. I was buying it. It was on sale and we were going to use it up all today. So I need a scissor. That did not want to cut for me. Okay. At least half this bag in here now. So that's 8 ounces going in. Now I'm eyeballing it. It might be 9 ounces, it might not be. I'm not sure. But it's half of this bag I'm trying to squeeze in. So half of the bag would be 8 ounces. I want to leave like a good handful or of 2 to have for the top. That's why I'm not mixing the whole bag in. This is why I call it the poor man's version, because normally I would put a layer of sauce, a layer of noodle, cheeses, you know, the ricotta cheese mix, then the mozzarella, then a layer of sauce, and then start over again. Boom, 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 boom. But when you don't have it, you have to have quite a bit to do that. We're not going to do it that way because this is all we have, and that's not quite a bit. That's just a little bit. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it in this pan right here, and then I'll pour it back out and use the pan to cook in, because I don't have a pot big enough. And this is a jar of I forget what kind of sauce this is now. I can't think what it is. I mean, I know it's Prego, but I don't know what it... Oh, creamy vodka. That's what this is. I knew it was something like that. It smells good. Haven't even done anything. It smells good already. All right. I'm going to put this in there. It's sticking. I should have hit it with some water because they've been sitting here while I did the other one. Whoop. Sure, it's all stretched out. Let's get some of that in there and get it mixing around. I don't know. Sometimes I get in with my hands and work it, but I don't want to gross anybody out. But I probably will. Oops. I actually have multiple pans like this, so it's really not going to be that big a deal to mix it in here. Because I'll just pour it right into another container and then wash this one out and use this one on a different day. Now I'm just mixing this around, not adding the sauce yet. Trying to get this cheese mixed around with the pasta. If this isn't the easiest baked ziti anybody's ever seen, it's probably more like baked spaghetti, but there's quite a bit of cheese in here. Okay, that goes into the sink. That's heavy. Barely lift it. And you keep looking at this and I'll be right back. All that cheese in there. That's going to be good. So this extra pasta that I have, I'll put to the side. Maybe I could probably add a little bit more pasta in there than that, to that. Let me try add a little bit more pasta so I don't have to waste any of it. And not only that, but it'll go even farther more mouths, more servings, less time I have to cook. I love cooking. I really do. I love cooking for my family. I'm not, like I say, I'm not the best cook. I'm just a regular old house mom cook. But when my family's happy for what I've eaten, what I've made, that really ooh, oh, I just hit the floor. Dag it. It's all right. It'll stay there until I'm done cooking. Hopefully I won't step on it. Okay, I think that's good. See? And we just got this going in no time at all. I'm sorry about the hands, guys, but trying to keep it in the pan, you know? Okay, so I'm just going to layer this in that pan over there with some pasta, some sauce, some pasta, some sauce. Just like that. The sauce went far. Oops, 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 oops. Each one smells different because the other one had the peppers and mushrooms. This one's the penne vodka, and it smells divine. I wonder if I can get it out of there with a spatula rather than having to use a big old spoon. Let's see. Let's see how I can do it. So I can't lift it yet. It's heavy. There we go. Whoop. Take all that. You don't want any of that going to waste. Not in this house. Not in these cheese-loving kids. Oh, because their hands are going back in it. Oh well, I'm gonna get messy. My hands got grease, got sauce all over it. My belly's growling. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's growling. And I don't eat very much. I eat very little. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to take some of that cheese that I reserved and put it right on top. That ding-dang fly just went right by my head. It wants me to kill it. I don't like killing things. I like open the door up and let it fly out, but it doesn't want to fly out. It wants to stay around. So he won't have long to live if he stays here. Because he doesn't pay rent, can't live here. Okay. So there you go. Poor man's baked ziti. I did forget something that I do, and that's optional, is between the layers, I would sprinkle a Parmesan cheese. But it is optional, and we've done it without, where we've, just Parmesan cheese at the table. Doesn't have to go in the sauce. Let me see if I have some. Hold on. I do have some. Now, this is an extra step that you don't need. But since I have it, let's go for it. sauce. Sorry it's so loud. Get all that sauce in there. Got to get all that goodness in there. Spread her out. And then again, we're going to put the cheese on top, and then we're going to spray down the foil before we put it on top. And we'll see what I'll use out here. See how much of this I use, because you don't need a bunch. You just need some to make it look good, you know? See all that cheese melted on the top? This is definitely not a poor man's meal, but we jokingly called it poor man's ziti because, you know, when we were on a fixed income, when I was on a fixed income, because I am on a fixed income, there were times when we didn't have enough money for things to go around, and we had to, oh well, might as well just dump it in there. All right, there you go. I'm going to spray the foil down, 350. The oven's already preheated. Put it in the oven, about an hour. We'll be back and show you the finished product. Okay, you see it didn't stick very much. All right, so I'm going to put that back in. It's been about a half hour. It's going back in to finish cooking. All right, this is ours. See, half an hour, nothing stuck. You see, little tiny piece there, but nothing was sticking. All right, we're going to put it back in, let it finish cooking for another half hour. Okay, Eric, it's your turn to taste. Be very careful, it's very hot.
This is my favorite.
Ooh, hot, right?
This is my favorite.
It's your favorite?
I haven't had this in so long.
Good. Taste all those cheeses in there. Yeah, you gotta let that cool down. I'm gonna turn this off so you can sit there and blow it proper. All right. Right, there's mine. Looks really, really good. Really, really good. Well, the proof's in the pudding, right? Time for me to go eat. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. And I hope you comment on it. Enjoy.